How's everybody doing? Um, Back again to uh, deliver another message. Before I get into that, yes, um, got rid of my beard. Uh, it was looking kind of messy, so I wanted to clean it up. So I decided to do this. But this afternoon, I just want to use this topic, the missing piece to Kenya. The missing piece to Kenya. A while back, my brothers and sisters, um, it's your boy Damien. I received a phone call. Uh, I received the phone call to for a preaching lesson, and I was not in town that day, so I had to relocate myself and to travel down to PG County. That day came so heavy because I've never really had a preaching lesson. I remember the day like it was yesterday because of the traumatic incident that happened that day. So I'm sitting home and I had to run out the night before because me personally, I had a job I had to do. So I'm taking care of this business and my phone starts to ring, right? Um, and I don't know who it is because this was on weekdays, like through the week, and I don't take phone calls unless it's on the weekends because on the week, I had school, family issues I had to deal with, my well being I had to try to fix. So all that was just put in one. So first time I answered the phone and it was during the week. So the pastor of the other church calls me up and he says, I don't know who you are, but I heard of you. See, he does not know who I am, but he knows about me. That's one of the key pieces. So he tells me how he knows me through uh, our old church I went to for I went to go support one of my teachers because she was pastoring for a good while and her health was not in the right position, so she had to step away and to recuperate. So the church was left to me, because I was one of her newest students. But see, I wasn't just her student. We was bonding, and I felt like I wasn't at the right place and time for no church. So her daughter, me and her daughter also had a bond. So I stepped away and let her take it. So instead of me doing a church down in Martinsburg, I went to the church down in Frederick. So the pastor calls me, he's like, can you come down to Prince George's County? I'm like, I'm not that far from y'all. So he was like, all right. So time passes and the man's like, all right, we're gonna do a late in the afternoon service. So I'm thinking, hey, this is my first time. I'm actually, cause like most of my stuff, I would teach. I want to preach. I would teach. Cause it's two different things. So like, all right, bet. So one of my other teachers drove me down there, so she was in the pulpit with me, and something about that day, and it always has me traumatized because I remember when I was in my old relationship, I had a vision and told my ex, I said, I would have I want the first my first two kids. It's gonna be I want two daughters because I believe girls are more easier to take care of. Because if I have a boy, I'm gonna be scared. He's gonna um and be like me, and I was not. So just because you see me, you know, uh, see me, what you would call teaching, that doesn't mean I'm all perfect. So I was like, um, I want two girls. So my ex was like, all right, but she wanted six kids. So I said they could all be girls then. But I would just have to worry about them finding things out about their bodies and about sex and stuff. So I said, well, open to be girls. But the first kid, so I was really focused on one. For some reason, I wanted one of my daughters' name to be Kayla. For some reason, like for all ever since like God's been in my dreams, He's like, Kenny, the first child you're gonna have is gonna be a girl. Like you've been praying for that, so it's gonna come to pass. But I don't want you to name her such and such. I want you to give her this specific name. And Kayla came up. So I said, I said, God's good. So I said, I was thinking the same thing. So, Kayla. So, be mindful of that name. All right. So, when we're going down the road. Something, something crazy happens. And you know how the world we live in today, parents and their kids, they have disagreements. But see, the disagreements I'm thinking about is a grown parent and a grown child. You feel what I'm saying? Not a grown parent and a baby. Not baby, but she's like 6 or 7, if I were to say. But God was asking me, He said, Kenny, that day you're gonna find that missing piece. So I was like, Lord, don't know what you're saying, but you already gave me a job to do for that day, so I can't worry about no missing piece. What is this supposed to be? I don't care about no missing piece. I need to get down to this church ASAP so I can deliver this message and come straight back. So he's like, mm. So everybody knows if you know PG County, there's different parts. Landover, there's Marlboro, Upper Marlboro. Like I'm not from there, but I've just been there. Like I'm there, like to get like this shopping stuff. There, like I have like family now down there who relocated, but I'm there like once in a year. Every year I'm there once every year. So God was saying, I need you to take this exact road. So I'm talking to my teacher. I said, pull over here. So we're going down the road and we pull over. And you know how you're driving and you see them people with the signs. The, but see, I'm used to seeing all adults. I'm not used to seeing kids. You know, if I got the money, I'm like, um, here's 50, here's 20, here's 100. You know, stuff like that. But the first time in my life, it came to be a child. Like I said, she's like 9, 10. I'm sitting there thinking to myself, like, what in the flying whoa? Like, I've never seen this before. But God was saying, that's the peace. I want you to, don't scare the kid, but I want you to see what's up. So my teacher comes up, yeah, we're talking to the child, like, why are you out here at this time? Don't you have a parents? Like, you wait 16, 17, are you? Because you know how some girls, they could be dressed some type of way, but they can look old enough. I was raised to never ask a lady her age. I don't care. You don't care who she is. You never ask a lady her age. So I looked at the child. I said, "Who are like? What are you doing out here? This is Prince George's County. You should not be out here. You a like little girl too. You know what that would do to you." So I said, "What are you doing out here?" So the child was explaining to me. She was like, my mom, like, she doesn't feel comfortable in her house no more, and her mom was doing such and such, so she ran away. Me as a young man of God, with flaws, with mistakes, with downfalls, with a scary looking past. I've thought about running away so many times in my life, but it's not worth it. But see, I didn't know what she was talking about. I'm not in her shoes. She's not in my shoes. Because I believe women, they face more trials than us men. Because their body, their mind. So many people like they're worried about like taking advantage of them. So I believe they go through more stuff than us men. This is my opinion. So I was asking the child that day, and I was with my professor, and this is the last journey me and my professor went on to, but that's gonna be the next video. Um, she was saying how she ran away. So I looked deep, deep in her eyes. Now I wondered. I said, "What would this mother do to make her child run away?" So me on her hand, looking at a young kid. I mean, I wasn't that old enough. She's 9, 10. I was probably around 13, 14. So she wasn't that younger. She wasn't that younger than me, if I'm remembering this all straight. But I remember the child. She was telling me that, like, her mother, everything she been through. She was like, my mom never really showed most attention to me. I have other brothers and sisters. My mother, she always pushed my brothers and sisters above me. She never really nurtured me like that. I've done so, like, I wanna do so many things, with my life. You know, like the way she was talking, like, it's like the way when she would say she wanna do so many things. I thought this little girl, like, like, I know, like, you probably say, but Robert, the age limit, like, how was she little to you? You know, maturity and physically, um, I preached this before, but it's hard to think about, like, you're going way back. So, took the child out. Went out to get a bite to eat because child she looked like she never she haven't ate in like 2 or 3 weeks. Cause see I'm used to it like um there's been times that I would eat for like half a month. People call it fasting, you know, some type of fast. There's so many things you gotta fast for, you know. I would go half a month and stuff, so I know how it feels. But looking at her, though, this precious little, she was so like she looked like she just needed somebody to call out to. So I'm sitting here, I'm thinking to myself, I said, all right, bet we're gonna go out to eat, you know. But be mind of, I had a preaching engagement to go down to, so I did not go to that. I took care of somebody that was crying out for help. So went out to eat. The girl was saying she was like, you know, my mom's always been put my brothers and sisters above me. She doesn't show me much attention and stuff. Like she was going down the wrong path and stuff. You know, she don't work. She does drugs and stuff. And she was like, I just needed something or somebody to talk to. So I told the little girl, I was like, you know, my name. I was like, I introduced myself. You know, I was like, you know, my name is Kenyah Dixon. You know, I broke down my story to her. So the little girl was like, you know, she didn't have nowhere to go. Like she had like a little bit of money that she made, you know, begging and stuff. So my professor, the one that recently passed, um, she has kids of her own. So I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, you know, you took me in, you know, you taught me the Bible from Genesis to Revelations. I was saying, wait, I don't see why this one little girl can't would be so, you know, much harm for you. So she took her in. Got home. She ate again. Washed her up, you know, dressed her. And the one thing this baby girl said to me was, you are the parent that I never had. You're looking at somebody who has serious downfalls, made mistakes. I have a bad, stupid past. But the baby girl spoke up and said, you are the parent that I never had. See, I thought she was talking to my professor because my professor, like, she has kids. I don't have kids. I'm still young. But see, what I had, I sacrificed for her, you know. But when she said that, it opened up a gate in my body. Like, yo, like, this is somebody who, this is a baby. I've got this from a little girl, and it's been older people in my life. It's been my brothers, sisters, my mom and dad, my grandpa, stuff. People like that have never told me some amazing stuff like that. But you asked me, you said, Reverend, like, what happened after that? Baby, she's laying in the bed, and I'm sitting by her foot. And my professor, she's on the other side. She's preparing for the message for Sunday. Because, like I said, she was a pastor down in Marshall, West Virginia, my hometown. So, she's preparing for a sermon. And, yo, her sermon topic was, it's just because. So I looked over it and I seen her topic. And I said, you know, Kayla, I've done this just because. Because I was in this situation before. I was in a situation. I never had my mom. I never had my dad. You know, when I got relocated, I felt like I was being tormented because of the position I had. You know, I'm the only child that had a vision to become pastor. You know, so people look at me different. They don't look at my brothers and sisters in the way they look at me. So I said, I understand where you're coming from. But for you to call me your parent is some amazing stuff. So my professor, she passed a couple months later because she had breast cancer. So a little girl didn't have nowhere to go. So her daughter, see, this is how God works. Her daughter took the girl in. So once in a blue moon, I would go over there, look at the little girl, and the little girl would still call me dad. Because of the one incident that happened before, something better happened after that. That's how God works. So you asked me what was my topic, and I said the missing piece of Kenya. That was that piece that kept me moving throughout the years. Now people want to ask you, like, Reverend, like, why are you so reconnected to having a baby girl? That's why. Because that little girl, she spoke life into a dead body. She spoke life, and when people wanted to speak death, she spoke life to somebody who was fighting for their life for the past years. She spoke life. It was life. But see, I like the fact that when I think about, woo, everything that I've been through, the baby reminded me of I can still have hope. By her speak up life gave me hope. When she spoke life, gave me joy. When she spoke life, it gave me peace in mind. So I told my girlfriend before, I said the first child I have, if it's a girl, it's gonna be Kayla. But you wanna know what the funny part about it is? The little girl, right? I know her mother. I didn't recognize this till years. So, um, after I got older, I tried to find the little girl because I wanted to see if she still remembered me. But God allowed me to understand something. Her mother is part of my family. I don't understand none of it, but I'm glad God can use me as a instrument to help this baby. But the one thing I told her mom, this is like, say, 2 or 3 years ago. Like, I'm just now remembering the story. I'm just now remembering the miracle that God has made. I'm just now remembering it. But the one thing I'll never forget, how can you let a baby, I'm trying to tell you, a little girl, be out in the street to fight for her life? Is drugs that important? Is alcohol that important? Is your other kids that important? That you gotta sacrifice one of your kids to have something that it's not gonna really get you nowhere in life. But God told me before, He said, Kenny, I'm gonna divide her mother. And I'm gonna supply you. I'm gonna let you stand into the gap. I couldn't do much because I'm still a little kid. I'm still in school. But see, so many people ask me, Reverend, why on earth are you striving for a baby girl? Because her name or her face will forever be in my mind. Will forever be in my heart. It was like a father to daughter bond. A bond that I never had. But it's a bond I'm happy I gave her. I don't know. Girls, prayfully she's still out there and she's still alive and she's safe. But God allowed me to notice that was that missing piece. I just wanted to tell y'all about a little chapter of my life that I've never told nobody. Nobody knows this. So if you view this, that's the only way you gonna know this. That's the missing piece of Kenyah. And prayerfully, God hears my prayers every night that this baby is safe because I know her face from like when she was like younger. I don't know. She probably could change now, but God still is in the blessing business. He still blesses me to be a tool to somebody that's in need. Because see, it's gonna be a time you're gonna be in a dilemma that you're gonna cry for help. Oh, I got money. All the money could be gone. Well, I got clothes. I got shoes. Well, my hair's on fleek. I got the best car parked outside. That don't mean nothing. God can do anything he pleases. You think just because you have this and that, you can lose it in just a snap. Help somebody else. And let me tell you this. I don't know what your missing piece is. But see, my missing piece was love. My missing piece was affection. My missing piece was have a woman of God, young or old, to speak life into me. And that's what she did. She spoke life. She spoke life unto a young man that was fighting to be successful. She spoke life into a young man that was fighting to live. She spoke life into a young man that knew that one day everything that was happening will come to pass. But see, I couldn't think right without somebody speaking life. I feel like ain't nobody talking to me this afternoon. She spoke life. Because see, I never had that supplement of a mother. I never had a supplement of a father. But see, this little girl stepped in as the stuff that I haven't had for the past years. People ask me day and night, why am I so caught up on this young child? See, some of y'all take it as, well, Kenya always been looking suspicious. It's not even like that. Because see, you can't judge me without you walking in my shoes. And I promise you, ain't nobody can wear these shoes. If you want to talk about journey, you want to talk about success, you want to talk about somebody who's been sacrificing, that is me. And I bet you there's somebody out there that can really say that I gave up everything I've had. But see, I have that missing piece that nobody is able to fill in. You hear what I'm saying? It's everybody has that missing piece, but my missing piece was to have a woman of God, no matter the age, to really to speak life into me. That's my missing piece. It's life. Because so many people want to speak death all of a sudden. They see that you're living. They see that you want to do good in your life. They see that you want to live to serve God himself. But they want to speak death. But this baby spoke life into me. That's why I believe one day, I say one day, death will finally get this expiration date. One day, everything that's happening. One day, each person that speaks death over life. One day, each person who speaks death will soon see life has bigger power over death. And see, nobody understands that the day that this all happened, I was already on the road to death. But this one issue gave me life to stand up and to keep fighting. That's why I say, y'all, it's a missing piece. But it's up to you to really identify what that missing piece could be. But I just want to come and tell y'all, I ain't trying to offend nobody. Like I always say at the end, I'm not trying to offend nobody. But it's up to you to really identify what your missing piece is. It could be something or someone. You don't have to. You don't have to. You don't have to put the comments be like, this that not. You don't have to do that. But tell God Himself what your missing piece is. He sees everything that's happening, y'all. But you gotta believe God has something bigger for each one of y'all. He will fill that missing piece, and I promise you. You might not recognize it at first, but see, it's going to be a day that that missing piece ends up getting filled in. It's like I remember, I'm going to say this number, I'm going to call it a child I used to color. It used to be those little spots I used to miss. I used to fill them in because it was a missing piece. But God filled the missing piece in. But if you like this video, like and subscribe, and please tell somebody about the word that's brought. Ask them. Call somebody up. Be like, "What's your missing piece? Now, what are you missing? What do you need God to do for you? What are you missing?" But y'all, God bless. Your boy's out, and I'm glad I can share another piece of my life to y'all. Bye, y'all. Have a good night. Be safe, and bye-bye.